Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom, and in this video we're going to look at an interesting little documentary. So this is My Garden of 1,000 Bees. It's from PBS. So this is an interesting thing. So this is done by a wildlife photographer who, when the COVID lockdowns happened, he's normally out in the wild filming lions and other wild animals, is stuck at home during the lockdown. So he decides to start filming the bees in his garden. So he's British. And he discovers an entire world in his garden of thousands of different species of bees with different personalities, different ways of life. All right, I have a small child. It is 8 o'clock at night and I'm tired. But he discovers and he films these basically different lives of these different bee species in his back garden. So this is just in his yard. And even after the lockdowns stop, he's in too deep, so he says. And so he keeps filming the lives of these bees throughout the spring and the summer, I think in the fall. I wasn't able to finish it. Unfortunately, broken leg issues over the summer and exhaustion of a 3-year-old. This has been out for 3 months and it's literally due tomorrow. And it's overdue. It's overdue. It has to go back to the library tomorrow. But I'm probably going to put it on my to-buy list because it is very, very interesting in how he's using different filming techniques to film different bees and different bee species or different sizes. Some are bigger, some are smaller. Some have regular honeybee hives, some don't. Some live in the ground. Some have obviously multiple larvae, some have one, some steal each other's homes. It's very, very interesting. And he literally, I think when I was able to watch the video, there's literally like 500 different species of bee in his back garden. That's just in his British garden. And it's not a huge garden or yard, as we say in the United States here. But yeah, it is very, very interesting in how he figures out how to different filming techniques for filming insects that are this big, this big, this big, that are relatively small. So it is a very interesting documentary. So as homeschoolers, if you're looking at nature, particularly if you're studying bees and different insects, this is a great way to do this. The guy who's doing it, unfortunately I dropped his IMDb page out of here. Putting her finder thing. What is it? If I can put this back. About that. Some bees here. Of course, it's not easily coming up because there we go. It came out in 2001. So it's about 53 minutes. So it's about an hour long, so it's not too bad. The director is David Allen. The star is Martin Dorn, who I'm assuming is, or Doran. Sorry, and small child. So I'm guessing that's the photographer here. So yeah, it's the Martin Dorhan is the one who's doing all this filming. And so normally, again, he does wildlife photography. And he's not doing wildlife photography because the bees are wild. They're just very, very small as compared to, lions and moose and cheetahs and things, and various other large wild animals. But it is very interesting. He, as I say, when the lockdowns kind of stop later in that summer, he's like, I'm in too deep. He's become extremely interested in filming the lives of these different bee species and kind of the things that are going on in the insect world in his back garden. So he has this entire wildlife world out his back door or his side door, whatever it is. I don't know whether I think it's his back garden. So it is extremely interesting and very, very well done. I highly recommend it. I'm going to put this on my to-buy list. I was not able to finish watching this. I did find it extremely interesting, but it has to go back to the library. So, it would be a great thing to put on, particularly again, homeschooling families. It's like you're doing a B unit, you're tired, it's maybe it's just an off day. Put this on. It's really interesting. It will really engross you, particularly if your kids are interested in insects. If you're interested in wildlife photography at all, because again, he's talking about how he's able to film. So if you're doing a unit on wildlife photography, this is a well-known wildlife photographer, I'm assuming. But he's talking about the different tricks he has to use in order to go from filming something really, really big to something really, really small and just as interesting. So again, it covers both the insects and you're looking at the photography side of it as well. And it's really well done. It's very, very, very interesting. It's PBS, so it's very educational. And I really enjoyed it, and I wish I could finish it. I may put it on hold again if I ever have time. But I will probably put it on my to-buy list and add this as something I will add to my collection. Yes, I have a cat in my lap, as is pretty normal. My Calico gets her alone time right now. So that's really it. I'm not going to go too much in depth because, again, it's an entire film about the lives of bees. So highly recommend it. A really great video. It's only about an hour long. It's about 53 minutes. So just under an hour. So it's not too long. Age range, it depends. I mean, there's nothing in here that your preschoolers wouldn't care about if they can sit through it. I don't think my 3-year-old is going to sit through this. Maybe my nephew, who's about 7, maybe has 6, he might find this interesting. Again, it depends on your attention span of your kid. My 3-year-old's not going to be able to sit through something like this, nor is she really going to find this interesting. Now, some kids that age might. But again, I'm going to say as young as maybe 6 or 7, maybe 5. Depends on how, again, your child's personality and their interest in bees. And this goes up through high school, so that's just kind of the youngest range. As an adult, I find this interesting. So, again, topics of insects, bees in particular, British gardens. Calico, stop pulling at my clothing. Not the cat. As well as wildlife photography, because again, he's talking about different techniques here in filming something very, very small and all that he had to learn. So that's it for this video. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. I do stuff like this. I do fictional stuff. I do lots and lots of book reviews. You guys are seeing this in 2023. Not exactly sure when it's 2023. But I have a lot of book series going on here in 2023. As well as singular books and various different films. I also cover various educational YouTube channels or particularly episodes as well, just as they fit in with the topic or the theme, or sometimes in this case, or book series that I happen to be covering to get alternate. I'm pretty consistent. My book reviews come out Monday, 8 o'clock in the morning. My film reviews come out like this, will come out at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. And then I will occasionally add in some travel videos or some educational homeschool stuff that will come out varyingly, usually at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. So I am consistent. I do have a decent sized library, particularly by the time you guys see this. This will be the 3rd year of my channel. So, and I'm filming this in the very end of September. This is September 30th of 2022. So that's when this is being filmed. You guys will see it sometime, I think, in April, maybe March of 2023. I'd have to look at my schedule. Not off the top of my head when this will be coming out. So that is it. Again, like and subscribe. If you like what you see, leave a positive comment if you have one. Thank you.